Welcome everyone to the next episode of Impactables with Rishabh. Today we have Moulshri from Zycus VP Marketing team. Hello, how are you?
Good. Thank you so much for calling.
Great. So the first thing I was wondering when I was looking at your profile and when I got introduced to you, like you've been working into one company from past 16 years into B2B segment, and you must have seen everything, which I will say, when the marketing world start evolving. So what was your journey like of joining Zycus and into B2B and working in the same company for so long?
Yeah. So after MBA, I joined Zycus as business development executives, bit of sales, I would say. And after 14 months, there was an internal job posting. So I moved to marketing. So you can say that in B2B marketing, whatever people would do in different companies over 16 years, I have done here. So at Zycus, it was never monotonous, it was always a lot of dynamism, new projects, new geography, new challenges. So company threw new challenges and new projects on me, and I took that. So in B2B SaaS world, you can see in marketing, I've done brand projects like rebranding, repositioning of the brand recall, then product marketing, content, demand generation, go-to-market strategies, sales enablement, competitive differentiation, analyst relations, customer marketing, events, so on and so forth, right? Even alliance marketing. So whatever you can think of. So I've tasted all the flavors of B2B marketing here in the company. So I felt it was never monotonous and there was growth and opportunities. In fact, I got exposure to various geographies also, right? From US, EMEA and APAC. So I've worked in different roles and for different geographies.
Interesting. Now we'll break down this B2B marketing into three parts. Okay. So 15, 16 years. Obviously, what we used to do 16 years before, we might not be doing. But there will be something which will be very common, which you might have done across this 16 years in marketing, baseline of things actually. What do you think the common functionalities which you have always handled in marketing and which you see is not even dying today also?
Yeah, I think that earlier people used to talk about that marketing mix, which is basic. But at that time, 15, 16 years back, it was more like making promises to customers. Like, if you use our software, you'll save $1 million, right? But now with promises, I have seen we have to make promises, but we have to show proofs also. So I would say the fifth P that I would add is promise and proof point. So you have to show proofs from customer testimonials. In our industry, analysts are big, So naturally, that analyst proof point is also required, and performance of the product for sure.
Interesting. But do you see that some functions you might be using in initial 5 years, the next 5 years, and then next 5 years? Do you see any top functions which have worked for you in terms of marketing? Like, for example, when we do account-based marketing today, or we do outbound. Now, outbound is becoming very dry nowadays when people LinkedIn inbox is completely flooded now.
Yes.
But it was very good in 2016 to 20. People used to reply a lot. But now people hesitate to reply because they don't have time because they're. So do you see any common things which worked in one part, which is 5 years, the next 5 years, and now?
I think, as you rightly mentioned, tools have evolved, earlier LinkedIn, and now we are using demand-based. Previously, we used Sixth Sense. So ABM tools have evolved. Even AI tools have now AI tools are becoming very popular right now. But, one common thing which is binding everything is deeper relationships. So whether it is building relationship with customers during events when you meet prospects, building relationship with analysts, those deeper relationships you have to build and you have to grow. So I think that has been pretty consistent and common.
Interesting. But what do you prefer, like when it comes to doing events now, actually? Because previously events were not that popular. And now events have become very good channel for B2B companies in order to get in touch with the companies, actually. I would not say hard selling, but at least get a first point of contact over there. Do you see it works better now as compared to before, or like before was better as per now?
Now it is better. Why? Because when people miss a lot of things, then they come back to it. So it obviously grows. So during pandemic, the world changed. Everybody switched to that virtual world. So when we started doing events again, people wanted to go to events. They wanted to explore new things. But it is always very difficult to maintain the novelty factor. So often you have to find creativity and innovation elements that can actually create that wow effect. When it is like people coming in from US, they are very visionary in nature. So they would like to see, oh, what's the next big thing? What is the next innovation? In Europe, we have seen that they are more into sustainability, like the greener world and those kind of things.
ESG and all.
ESG and all. In our industry, if you look at APAC, and especially if I talk about the government sector of Australia, they have very good policies in terms of local first jobs, but they still have like those legacy systems. They're struggling with data, so they want growth and scale. So first you need to understand the nuances. So your corporate narrative would be same, like if you want to sell agentic AI, that will be same, but how you portray that in different things, like in the US there's one event, like we do drone show. We either do like a mist screen, and people are wowed by the innovation that wow, we have entered into the sci-fi world, right? In Europe, people would say, oh my god, this event is very detail oriented, this is very tasteful, so you have actually looked into every small detail. So people like different things, so we have innovated with different things. And in events, see, if there is an idea which is working really well for us, even if it is my idea, third time, fourth time, I would say, no, I don't want to see this idea. Let's try something else. So I experiment. I try and bring that novelty wow factor, an element that works for our events. Because see, if you go and watch a stand-up comedian and he's talking about something and his joke, for the first time you will laugh at the joke. The second time, if he's saying the same joke, you won't laugh. So innovation, creativity is very key here.
But over the times nowadays, actually from past 1 year, I would say, more of this AI is coming to the marketing, and people are more skeptical about hiring the low level, like initial entry level job kind of a people actually in terms of marketing. They say that this all can be automated. How much impact have you yourself implemented in the company in terms of implementing the process, using AI, any kind of automation which you guys are using, or you are using particularly to smoothen your process and your productivity? Are you using such kind of things?
Yes, so we use a lot of AI tools in our department. So we use ChatGPT and Gemini for content, for research and content. Claude is also good. Then GenSpark is good for some research work, even for design, aesthetics and those kind of things. Though you have designers who can use the complete suite for a lot of AI things, like they use Canva and stuff. But even marketers, they are pretty hands-on now. So at entry level, when we recruit people, for me, what is important is the attitude. If people have the right attitude, then they can use an AI tool, they can grow, they can learn the skills. So I don't see this is like a, I would say, fear that people should carry, that AI is changing the world. Oh my God, my job will not be there. No, I think AI is supporting humans. So if you use more AI, then you can do more jobs which a human should be doing.
Correct.
So at entry level, people are joining, so you can scale up that entry level to a more strategic level where you do all the agile work and efficient work like data analysis and operational stuff with agents and with Gen AI, but do more thinking, creativity, relationship building and those kind of roles for the humans.
But this is also becoming a problem. Like, for example, there's one thing what happens today. We know that what was before AI. What if some AI is giving us output, we can justify that why it is giving like that. But people who have started using that, a fresher studying in a college or just out of college, he or she might just use AI. They don't know the reasoning, and for that there is being say as a lack of skills, for example. How do you see that this can get involved in marketing as a whole, because they have not known before what was that and why this answer is coming from this tool? Because we know the reasoning, we have seen so many things, we can reason, yeah, this is the reason this company did, this works, this doesn't work. They will say that this AI has said. Why it has said, we don't know. How can this improve?
So thinking should change. So the new generation, they should actually think that co-pilot is a co-pilot. It's not a pilot. You have to be the pilot and you have to think. So if ChatGPT is actually throwing an answer, you should think and judge that whether this answer is good, bad, can I improve? You should not just say, oh my god, this is what ChatGPT says, so it's the best thing in the world, so copy paste and just take it ahead. No, I usually say that people should think, even in aesthetics, you should have that sense that this design is good or bad. Anybody can throw designs, and you give one task to 10 different people, the output will be different. If you ask designers to do something, it is different when the briefing is different. So you have to think a lot that, oh my god, I got this head start because I am in the world of AI, but how I can leverage AI rather than being too dependent on AI.
Correct. And so now coming to the segment, now obviously we understood about types of marketing mostly.
Correct.
We'll be obviously talking more about the type of marketing work for you also in the later stage. But coming to, you led lot of new product launches across different regions of the world actually. How do you see that? What are the common mistakes when people try to launch some new products or they decide that this is a GTM? What are common product mistakes which we do as a marketer, which you see and which you implemented that this can be right, this can be wrong over the years?
So whenever people come up with a new product, the product team will come to the marketer and he would say, oh my god, I have built this great product, take it to the market. So the first question that I will ask, why did you build this?
Without asking.
No. Not without asking. Why did you build it? What was the use case for the customer that you are trying to solve? What was the challenge that you are trying to solve? Because a customer would not care that, oh my god, you are using this technology, that technology, backend is like that, or this is a new product in the market, whether there are existing products in the market or not, else you are actually using your old product and putting some enhancements. No, they don't care. They care that what exactly are you selling and how it will solve that problem for me. A CPO in our industry would say, how can I get a seat on the table? How can my users be more efficient? How can you solve this biggest problem of maverick spend, right? So that is the biggest challenge. So first, from a marketing standpoint, we need to understand you're launching a product. Don't launch a product. You launch a solution to a problem. And second most important thing is, everybody is saying, oh my god, my product is good. Somebody will say my product is better. No, you have to say that how it is different. Everybody will say, I'm better.
Correct.
You have to say how it is different. So those differentiating factors and selling with the U factor, that what customer needs, I think that would work.
But also, do you think that whenever a new feature or a new product is being launched in an existing company, do you think that the product team and marketing team should go hand in hand all together? The reason being is, what happens most of the time, as a product person, I think that this is good. But when you go out there and selling the market and it doesn't get sold, because product person has a different perspective altogether, because he has seen all the products. Based on that, he or she thought that this is 5 differentiating factor, I will make it. But that might not be requiring in the market actually, which a marketing team knows or a sales team knows. Do you think they need to work hand in hand, and what can be best efficient way to carve this out and to minimize the time and launch a better product?
So when they are studying the use cases of customers, they should discuss those user stories and business challenges and outcomes with marketing, and marketing should also discuss those with sales. I would say it's a connection, and I would simply say, do a eye roll test. A product coming to marketing, showing the product, and you say, oh my god, roll the eye. That means I don't understand. What are you building? And sales, if you go with some kind of messaging in sales, do a eye roll test, and they will say, oh my god, what messaging are you selling? I mean, we are not convinced. We don't have conviction to sell this. So whether it's a brand trust or a product launch, you have to be in that kind of sync that everybody should believe in what you are building and selling. That message will sell only if you have that conviction, right from product to marketing to sales, I would say.
Do you agree that our product-based marketing, which was there actually, lot of product people entered into marketing altogether. This was a new role. It was not some other role was like I forgot the name actually. Product-led marketing actually. So now many product managers started doing marketing. This was a new role which I started seeing in 2021, 22, 23. I don't know whether it exists now. 24, it was very popular. So during that particular cycle, do you think that was evolved, or are the people started thinking in some different way, the product people, or now product people started thinking in the lenses of marketing? Do you think that change came in the market as a whole?
See, in our organization, marketing and product was always separate. In 2024 also it was separate, but there was a lot of collaboration between the teams. But I would say that it should be separate. Why? Because a person who is building a product would say this is the best in the market.
Correct.
And would not be able to sell that.
Huh.
A marketing person should be able to convince the market that this is a great product, and that packaging is required. So product guys are great when it comes to technicalities, but you don't sell features. In the market, you cannot sell features. There's feature parity. You have to sell value, and that's where marketing comes into picture, where you have value realization, that kind of messaging, and of course that sales at the end of the cycle. For revenue velocity, you need sales tactics, right? I mean, consultative sales. A sales guy would go and you ask a sales guy why you could sell this product. He'll say, because I'm the best. They have skills, right? So every skill is different: product, marketing, and then sales.
You talked about this product value actually. The reason being I'm focusing on that particular thing is like very interesting thing happens nowadays. People start comparing. I have built an AI tool that is there. I'm building this. It solves this also. That's the comparison.
Correct.
It is not telling me what problem it is solving in my life. I will never shift from a product to a different product if I am very convinced to a product that it is solving my pain points in my life. That
correct.
So how much you have seen when you talk to customers, they focus much more on the differentiating part, that this is better than that, this is better than this, or they very much inclined towards that this particular product is solving my pain points in my life and I'm not going to move out of it. For me, I have also certain tools in my life, like I will not move out from Notion.
Correct.
If anything comes, even if voice assistant, anything comes, I will not move out from Notion in terms of managing my task, because I am very much convicted to that. It solves a very good problem in my life. So that is where I am convicted to that particular product. For you, have you seen the sentiment in the market where people stick to that sentiment that this is one thing solving for me?
Yeah, so I do believe that customers are always wanting to experiment. Nowadays, a CPO in our industry would come and say that I want to innovate. We want to implement AI. I'm a forward-thinking leader, so let's experiment and innovate. But still, his goal would never be, I want this feature, that functionality. He would always say, I want to solve this problem for my users. Right? And users, on the other hand, would say that I'm comfortable with this bad tool, I don't want to change. So there is a change management that is required. So when a C-level executive and the users meet, where they can actually convince each other that, okay, this particular tool and application will actually solve our biggest problem in life, they would be happy to buy. They don't care what technology you are selling. They would come and say, boss, can you actually solve this problem for me? Then only they'll buy. And sometimes they actually don't require functionalities. See, we sold to a consulting company and they said that the other competitor showed a complex kind of product, and we are not building planes. We don't need that. Why are they selling those kind of functionalities? We need to solve our problems, and they selected us. On the other hand, there was another customer who said that we bought Zycus because we want to get into the 22nd century. If we buy other tools, then we will be in 21st century. So there are different mindset. You have to play with the mindset that what they want, you sell that. Product is same, but the packaging can be different, right?
But looking at today's scenario, when you see new people coming in the B2B marketing, they throw so many big jargons, ye kar denge, wo kar denge. What do you, obviously you will not say anything, because it's like always I have understood that ki once you become wise, you don't say much, you just observe. So what do you feel that today, which is very overhyped thing as of today in B2B enterprise marketing as of today?
Overhyped, I think people do believe that if they read up everything and they can go high level, it's okay. I would tell the new people that you have to have hands-on experience and attention to details. That is very important for a marketer, you know. So that would be my advice.
But one more thing happens, like for example, whenever I go and sell, some people think I need to be in B2B, I need to be very sophisticated, I need to be very much careful about how I am being. But it has never worked for me. For example, the the amount of raw I can keep myself, the amount of things I can catch when the person is saying about the problem statement, and that in problem statement you catch that words,
Yeah.
and when you try to deep down and you try to solve that particular problems, this is how the game changes.
Yeah.
Which is people are lagging these days. Have you seen any kind of circumstances happen where you guys have solved a problem, who they are using any kind of a similar kind of a platform, but you ended up selling to them?
Yeah, see, the thing is, often I feel that people should be problem solvers, irrespective B2B, B2C, be it any industry, right? Because I have seen people who are cribbers also. So they would actually find problems in every situation. So I would recommend the new people to actually think from a perspective that every problem comes with two solutions. So you have to find the straightforward solution. If you can't do that, then it's a creative way how you solve it, right? Large enterprises come with a lot of problems. And then we try and solve those challenges with the existing product, or of course there are new enhancements. But what they are trying to solve is again a problem. And I have interacted with so many customers, you know, so they are always ready to adapt, but there is a lot of fight internally. Like, say for example, procurement will say that okay, you want us to deploy AI. I mean, we want to deploy AI, but our IT team is not ready because of security concerns. Then you find a solution that we have to convince, like we integrated with Microsoft. So where we told that security concerns are mitigated because we have a platform which is integrated with Microsoft. You have all the security guardrails. At the same time, when you're using AI, you're not giving everything to AI. You take the human control. So it's an organization where you have agents and you have humans working together. So humans could treat AI agents as buddies or as team members, rather than fearing, oh my God, this AI will mess up with my work and what will happen and we will lose millions of dollars. No, you can leverage it in a very good way, I would say.
But what happens, like, how do you see this enterprise sales as a whole will be evolving in upcoming times? Because now it is not that old way. It is no more an old way where you just start bombarding someone with email campaigns, no one replies to email. I don't think people replies to email nowadays. Do you reply now?
No, nobody. It's an old school thing. Nobody would reply.
But still I get email campaigns now also. So why people are doing, so you being a marketer, I want to touch on this point. Do you guys must be running email campaigns before.
Correct.
Do you run now?
We run only for brand awareness, because if you are targeting few accounts, like a VP pursuit list you have, like VPs want to enter into this particular segment or industry or these accounts, we would run ABM campaigns. But for masses, you actually run email campaigns for branding and brand awareness purposes to create a category leadership. If you have to do mass campaigns, you'd certainly do that. But we are not counting those as MQLs. If you have like a form fill, some kind of intent, some kind of webinar that a person attended, an event that a person attended. So there should be some kind of intent and triggers which will qualify that marketing lead and which goes to sales.
And have you seen that open rates got evolved or decreased over this time?
Naturally, it's a saturated market. Email marketing is a very traditional way. I think I would say basic thing, but not a must-have thing. Good to have thing. So people are still doing so, but you cannot get business through emails.
No more, right? As of today, what all platforms do you think it is a cold reach out platform, or you can say first touch point? Suppose I met someone, attended my webinar, I met people attended my event, we got around 5,000, 10,000 data. They might know the word of the company, that is one, and second, user they might not know the word actually. What is the best way to reach out today if they are our TG?
So I think events, because whether it is Zycus hosted events, like we do Horizon events across geographies like US, Europe, Southeast Asia, and Australia, right? So this is a user conference where we invite customers, prospects, partners, thought leaders, analysts, everybody. So under one roof, like in 3 days, we have 100 plus meetings. Any sales guy who is traveling for 3 days cannot do 100 meetings, right? So it is more like the prospect is getting to hear the customer stories from customers. They are interacting with industry thought leaders, gaining a lot of trends and knowledge and insights. Then they are interacting with senior leadership, gaining that confidence. So we have 100% success ratio of conversion. So any active opportunity would come to our event would convert.
Okay.
Right, so that is one. Then there are third party events, you do small roundtables also, and so on and so forth. So that is what is working really well for us right now.
Exactly. You say round table, actually I can relate because there's one company with whom I've been doing round table for them actually. So that is working for them. So my goal is to connect them with 100 VPs of marketing or CMOs of marketing throughout the year actually, who are targeting the B2C segment.
Correct.
So for them, they entered into India. It's a Turkish-based company. They entered just into India. It's a $7 billion company, but no one knew about them in India. So that works a lot because they knew that reaching out people randomly will not work more over here.
Correct.
That is an interesting fact. How easy it is for you to now work with the newer generation because they are coming into the marketing, their words, their tactics, the way they see the things is very different. And obviously in B2B, I would not say freshers are joining most of the time, but 2 years, 4 years of experience. How easy or difficult do you find it?
See, I have managed easy people also, difficult people also. In every generation, there are easy people and difficult people. So you deal with them because ultimately the goal is to actually achieve an outcome. So if you are dealing with a person who is very casual in nature, you have to identify skills. If a person would like to grow, then there are some skills that we have to capitalize on. You cannot mismatch your MBOs with another set. Somebody who's disinterested, would not do something which you assign. So you have to identify those skills, assign the company MBOs with their career goals as well.
Interesting.
Right? So if you align those, then people will work. And I've seen people in professional world, they would not come with that baggage of new generation and utilizing lingos and stuff. In corporate world, people will be a bit sophisticated.
I don't even understand lingo now also.
Yeah.
It's very difficult.
Very difficult, yeah.
It's very difficult.
Same here.
So what keeps you moving? Like been 16 years working in a company in marketing domain, seeing things around, but there will be something which will keep you moving. Like you play something, you have some activities to do. What keeps you moving in day-to-day life?
I think self-drive and never dying attitude. So anything that I do, I want to do it in a different way and succeed. That self-drive keeps me motivated.
And when you see and the new marketers coming in the market, what will be the one piece of advice you're going to give them in order to sustain for a longer time? I would not say achieve something, but sustain into a particular sector for a longer time, because people see that 2 years I've worked this, it's not working for me, let's go to some different segment. To sustain for a longer time, what are one thing or two things they need to keep in mind?
I think I did speak about it, that I do believe attitude is very important. Skills you can learn.
Correct.
Weaker teams can be grown into really strong teams. They can get outcomes. You can have people who can learn and grow. But if your attitude is not right, you will not succeed. So that is very important. Learning attitude, and then of course positivity, and bringing some creativity and originality into what you do. A lot of passion in your work. So I think that is very important. So I give that importance. The people who are positive can actually solve a problem. People who are cribbers would not be able to grow them. So it is not good for them, not for the company or the manager, but not good for them.
That's the reason I am not able to hire people nowadays. Because I never ask questions related to what you guys know.
Yeah.
I ask like what you do in your life, how do you pursue your life, how do you see money, all these things I ask.
Yeah.
And half the person I say ki if you divide a portion of 1000 into 6/4 ratio, what will be the number? It will be 600, 400. People are not able to answer it. I ask things which is generic in front of us.
Yes.
What you will do after, what do you want to do on Sunday? Do you play something? All these things. So people, if the attitude is good, actually you will teach them.
Yes.
All the people who have got hired like a fresher most of the time, actually
Yeah.
they get this. And that is lagging a lot. If I be very frank, from past 1 week I have been taking interviews, 50 interviews I have taken, only I hired one person. I had to hire 3-4 folks.
I know.
And it's like a big struggle. And I get exhausted. Who will take these interviews more?
Yes.
That's the bigger challenge nowadays. So to overcome this, what is, again, you cannot say that I have done this course, I have done that course, I have studied from here. Bringing that attitude also, there will be something. What do you think that is one thing which will bring the good attitude in a person today?
I think learning helps because people can actually read a lot of stuff. You can answer with AI tools and stuff. But if you're keen to learn more, then they will succeed. That is what I think.
Interesting. With this, thank you so much. It was amazing speaking with you, and definitely more about B2B marketing because it is very tough segment. People think that it will get sell like this, but it doesn't get sell. It's very difficult.
Yes.
And you are there for 16 years, half of the time. It's half for me, so we both know. Thank you so much.
It was lovely coming here and talking to you, Rishabh. Great experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you.